How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the Firefly guitar and how I made it awesome and how I made it my own. I think it looks a lot better. I always wanted to do this. This guitar was cheap enough that I could do this, and you know, it's overall a great guitar, and this guitar is fun to play with, and this is a guitar I can beat around and have fun with. Let's go over what I've done. I went ahead and left the bridge and saddles because I see nothing wrong with them. They look absolutely fine. I replaced the two pickups. I left the wiring and the switch in there. I replaced the knobs. I took some steel wool, cleaned up the frets, and I dolled out the fretboard, because when you buy these guitars, the fretboard looks like a Walmart floor. It's super shiny, and same way with the back of the neck, they are super shiny. So I dolled it out. So basically this guitar is still pretty much stock, and I replaced the tuners with Fender tuners. Other than that, this guitar, you know, is awesome. I overspread it with lacquer so it would wear and peel a little bit easier, so the more you play, the more wear that it has. I got the sunburst version of this guitar, which if you go back on my channel, you see my review. But these are vintage style pickups, and they sound really, really good. I will upgrade the wiring and the pots, but it does have full-size pots and a cheap switch. I think the guitar overall looks better. The fretboard looks better. The back of the neck looks better. I like the way the guitar came out. I kind of kept this kind of like dull. Covered the binding because I wanted to go with the earlier days when they would like have a guitar resprayed, and you can buy them on Reverb. They look just like this, you know, like real Fender guitars and stuff. And back in the day, people would respray them in their garage or send them back and have them resprayed, and they wear like this, and they're not perfect. And that's what I was going with this guitar. Eventually, I would like to get some aged, you know, aged bridge and saddles and pickup rings. This is already aged. I like to get some aged tuners and stuff like that. You can upgrade the nut with bone nut. Just measure it. I kept the string trees. So yeah, this guitar turned out awesome. This is how you make a Firefly guitar awesome. And you can't beat it for what it is, you know. $139 shipped to your door, and you can do stuff like this to it. And the reason why I wanted to do this, I have a video coming out about nitro versus poly and how it deadens the sound of guitar. This guitar had so much poly on it that you had, like, if you would have to, or if you'd want to sand the poly off this guitar, you'd have to trim the binding. That's how thick the poly is on this guitar. So I went ahead and sanded the poly down and then went over it with some lacquer. This is the black lacquer that you see. And the guitar has a different response. The guitar vibrates a lot better now, and you can just feel it resonate. Just feels like it lightened the guitar up a good bit and it let the guitar breathe. So yeah, that's why I don't really like poly finishes in these budget guitars, but these guitars are fun to do stuff like this too. And this guitar turned out great. So we'll go through some sounds with it. There's not much to do on a tele style guitar, but this guitar sounds awesome. And basically, if I was you, if you're not going to do anything like I did to my guitar, I would just replace the pickups, replace this switch, because there's full-size pots in here if you're going the cheap route, and replace your nut and replace your tuners, and you would have a decent guitar. Take some steel wool, probably steel wool the fretboard and the neck, and it would probably look a lot better. And that's all I do. But if you want to spend a little extra money, get a whole new wiring harness, you know, some name brand pickups, some name brand tuners, and a nut, and you should be good to go. But by the time that you have a wiring harness, a nut, good tuners, pickups, and all that, you're going to have a Squire, pretty much a higher end Squire. So just go the cheap route like I did, and you'll see that this actually sounds pretty good. So stay tuned. I'm going to go through the pickup selections for you and let you hear what it sounds like live.